You have to do it yourself. No one's going to give it to you. No one is going to give it to you. And this doesn't mean you have to take from someone else. You have to build for yourself.
I talk to my kids about hard work and stuff, and I say, honey, you can either be the lion or you can be the gazelle. Nature needs both.
If you are facing a challenge, don't stop. Stay busy. Work your plan. Continue to do those things that you know that work for you after you have evaluated yourself in the situation. Continue to move. Stay busy, stay busy, stay busy. So you've got to activate the thinker in you. Don't allow your emotions to control you. We are emotional, but you want to begin to discipline your emotion. If you don't discipline and contain your emotions, they will use you.
The first step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it. There's no reason to have a plan B because it distracts from plan A.
Focus on you and only on you to become the best person you could be for others.
Because there was no outsiders. It was isolation, it was visualization, it was motivation, and it was dedication. There was nothing else going on in my life.
And if you wanted to design the perfect version of you, the savage competitor, the gladiator at the end of the life that has the scars and the scraggly beard but has been through shit, has done things and has realized their potential, what would you do to maximize the likelihood that you become that savage hero? Would you give them the padded lifestyle? Would you give them the immediate win? Would you give them the easy life? Probably not. You would probably put you through what you're going through right now to become that person. And so why would you resent the chapter you're in because it's a requirement for becoming who you say you want to be?
You don't gain confidence by going to a spot that makes you feel good. It's going to be a false reality. And the second life gives you that challenge, all you want to do is go back to what made you confidence or what gave you confidence. Is that happy spot? No. What gives you confidence, what gave me confidence, was spending years at a kitchen table trying to learn how to read and write on my own. Realizing I can't learn the way you learn. I can't, but I can learn. What gives you confidence, not being afraid, is overcoming the fear, is facing these things, overcoming them. And maybe not overcoming them every day, but facing them and facing them and facing them. Pretty soon like this, you know what, man, this is where it's at. It's not in that comfort zone. It's in the discomfort zone is where my confidence is getting built. That's where it's getting built.
Each level comes with higher levels of family members telling you can't do it. People telling you that you're not qualified. People warning you that it's too risky and what if you lose it all for your family and you guys end up destitute. See, external resistance isn't just in business. External resistance comes from friends and families who have the best of intentions for you. They mean well, but they're telling you that they doubt you. In not so many words, they're telling you that they doubt you. They're telling you that I don't think you have what it takes. And you're like, you know what? I'm gonna work harder to get to that next level.
You get in life what you are, not what you want. And see, the good news is that we can always become more by working to develop ourselves. So the first process of making this your decade, you've got to begin to take a look at your life and look at where are you right now? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What gives your life a sense of fulfillment, a sense of joy? What does a full, rich life means to you? What is it that you could love doing 7 days a week?
You have to do it yourself. No one's going to give it to you. No one is going to give it to you. And this doesn't mean you have to take from someone else. You have to build for yourself. So think through what you are saying. Think through what you are thinking. Stop blaming other people. Start taking ownership and start taking ownership of everything. And I'll tell you what, it hurts. It hurts. Like chemotherapy hurts. It's terrible when people go through that, but that's what removes the cancer from their system.
It's a lonely, scary, dangerous pursuit, and you got to be willing to risk everything to become that seed of what you believe is in there. You got to be fearless. You got to be relentless. Everybody has dreams, and as much as you want to be able to listen a little bit, because somebody's going to give you a gem, but nobody knows but you. You can't get advice on what you should do with your life. Right? Nobody knows what you are. Like even sometimes you don't really even know what you are. You got to take your shot. And it's like, as much as you want people to agree and you want the people around you to be supporting your dreams and all, it's not going to be like that all the time. You got to do it alone. And people will help you, and when you get the ball rolling, people will jump on. But if you don't believe, nobody else is going to believe. People come along because your belief is so insane, that your belief is so strong, that makes people be like, yo, this crazy.
Like, son, I don't care what it is, but you don't understand this is dangerous, because this is where people mess up. They get comfortable, they settle, and they think, yo, I made it. And like you said, that's the worst place in the world. So I told my son, like, yo, just imagine in 3 months you're gonna wake up and every dream you've had since you were 6 or 7 years old is all like, who graduates with the dream job? You know, who lives in New York? He's in Manhattan. He's gonna be in Manhattan, Times Square. You know, so I said, son, this is a dangerous place. So I say to those individuals, yeah, you're right. You don't want to hit rock bottom, but you have to create your own mental rock bottom so that you don't hit rock bottom.
If you don't take that last 5%, it's a you'll knock on somebody else's door, I guarantee you. There's only a certain window of opportunity for success. This is your opportunity of a lifetime. Take the 5%. Go the 5% distance. It's going to be scary as all head. It will drive you to the ground. You'll fail a few times. You'll fall on your face. Get up. Keep getting up. Keep getting up. And if you don't, you have to be happy for the rest of your life. If you don't take the last 5%, you have to be happy the rest of your life knowing they went to somebody else's door and knocked on their door, and you could have been that guy.
Because if you look out in the world right now today, it's not a nice place. But I'm very prepared for it. I'm prepared for it. I'm prepared for all the failure coming my way. I'm prepared for everything my way. And that's the biggest lesson that she taught me by not teaching me. By never saying it's gonna be okay. Yeah. Matter of fact, she told me the exact opposite. Life sucks.
Some of you are meant for the journey, not for the arrival. But you're not enjoying the journey because you're trying to find a destination that does not exist for you. Embrace the journey and shun the box. And be one of those men who finds things, who figures things out, who sees things that others are not able to see.
Most people don't work on their dreams. Why? For many years I didn't. One is because of fear. The fear of failure. What if things don't work out? And the fear of success. What if they do and I can't handle it? The other thing is that most people, ladies and gentlemen, they get comfortable. They stop growing, they stop working on themselves, they stop stretching, they stop pushing themselves, and they end up becoming very cynical about life, and they throw in the towel on themselves, on their families, and on their dreams.
You can't react to every little change and every little adjustment that's taking place. I can't redirect my efforts and my focus only to have to redirect my efforts and my focus to another course a very short time after. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So you have to wait. You have to give things enough time to develop that the actual direction becomes very clear. And look, it doesn't mean gaff them off. It's not like if my boss says, hey, I want you to look at this. I'll be like, yeah, okay, boss. Doesn't mean I start investing a bunch of time. Hey, got it, boss. We'll take a look at it. Maybe I spend 3 minutes. I'm familiar with it. Cool. But I'm not pulling out the research. No, I'm not doing that.
Reminder that if you want to be exceptional, you're going to be different from everyone else. That's what makes you exceptional. You can't fit in and also be exceptional. Both have discomfort. When you fit in, you have internal conflict because you're not being 100% you. When you're exceptional, you have external conflict because everyone sees you as different.
There's no easy way around it. No matter how talented you are, your talent is going to fail you if you're not skilled. You know, if you don't study, if you don't work really hard and dedicate yourself to being better every single day, you'll never be able to communicate with people, with your artistry, the way that you want. So
reaching your ultimate dreams and goals, like the stuff that you know. You know, because there are kids out here who are doing better than their sister or their brother, and they're like, well, I'm doing better than you, but we know you haven't tapped into your true potential. And so greatness to me is, one, knowing what greatness should look like for you, having your own personal definition of greatness, and getting up every single day and going after it.
You can either live your dreams or live your fears. And I think the majority of people actually are not living their dreams, but are living their fears. So I want to ask you a question. What are your fears? What are you afraid of? What are you scared of? Because we all have fears, don't we? We all have something that's blocking us, that's holding us back. And as we begin to look at life, what we realize is that the reason that most people are not living out their true potential, are not doing all of the things that they would really like to do, is because of fear.
Life is hard. It's always been hard from the beginning, and it will always be hard. It brings men more down. But life is hard, and that's the way it's always been. It's our lot. Now, if you don't want to accept that, that's up to you, okay? But it's our lot. It's our place. Life's hard. And sometimes we don't need men's mental awareness, men's mental health awareness month. Is that what they call it? We need men's grow a set month. We need men stop whining month. Now, I know things are hard for some of you. I know things are extremely difficult for some of you. Things have been hard for me around here. I don't get on here and post it. I'm not going to now. But we all go through it, and that's the reason I'm talking to you tonight. Sometimes you look at people on the screen and you think that's distant and they're separated and they're not going through what you're going through. Listen, man, we all go through it. We all go through it. I've had folks get on here and comment, Dwayne, you don't look good, man. You look tired, you look sad, you look this, you look that. Look, I go through life just like you do, okay? I have battles just like you do. I stand between my family and the world, just like you do.
The only thing I could control is that I would work, is that I would get better. And the key point there was that it wasn't just working for work's sake, it was working with the intention to improve. And so you want to do repetitions because by doing things more times you get better at them, typically just by accident. But if you're deliberate about the point of doing this, when I started working at a gym, going from a white collar job, it wasn't because I wanted to become a trainer for the rest of my life. It was because I wanted to learn the skills.
If you want to know what the best accelerator, the best pre-workout is for life, for your workouts, for everything, it's fear. Dude, no one has ever talked about this, but I'm going to share it with you now. Everyone is posting shit about, you should overcome fear. You shouldn't be afraid of fear. You should, fear is bad. I think fear is the healthiest thing there is right now. Because if you didn't have fear, you wouldn't have motivation.
If you fall down and drop the weight on the floor, who cares? Who cares? But if you make it, I care. I want that. I want you to fail, and I want you to get up and do it again. The same thing in life is the same thing here. If you can do this, you can do anything. Anything. Right now, you're 5% away. 5% away from being a champion.
How do you channel the villain to unleash the hero? How do you use darkness to create greatness?
I think one of the largest tenets of masculinity for the largest period of human time is ignoring how you feel and doing what you're supposed to do because you're supposed to do it. We feel things, but jobs must be done, whether we are happy or sad. And this is also disappearing from the world.
Every time you watch or you consume a piece of content, or you read a book, if you think, what behavior am I going to change as a result of this? If the answer is nothing, you wasted your time.
One of the things that we know about life is that it is always changing. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes things go real well, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes you're happy, and sometimes you're sad. Now that's that thing called life. And when we begin to understand and know that, accepting that reality that we will never ever have things just on an even keel all the time, that you're going to have some ups and you're going to have some downs, but during those down moments, that's where the growth takes place. That's where the work is. See, anybody can feel good when they have their health, their bills are paid, they have happy relationships. Anybody can be positive then. Anybody can have a larger vision then. Anybody can have faith under those kinds of circumstances. See, but the real challenge of growth, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, comes when you get knocked down.
Every person who's listening to this right now has listened to 1,000 fucking podcasts, and they're in the exact same condition, and yet they have not changed their behavior, which means 1, they have not learned, and 2, they are dumb.
When you start to build yourself up and start to have the one thing that we don't have is confidence.
Yep.
Real, authentic confidence from hard work. Everything else goes away. You no longer look to other people for your self-esteem.
For validation.
That's right. You now know. I walk in a room now and I know the hours and years and decades I put into David Goggins. That's something, it's not on the wall. It's not a trophy on the wall. It's not a medal around your neck. It is actually a feeling in your heart. And people go, why don't you ever smile? I don't have to.
To alleviate fear, you do not alleviate what causes fear. You help alleviate the reaction to what causes fear. Because I can't go out there and remove every single plastic bag on this planet. I can't remove every dog in the yard of the house that you're driving by. I can't go out there and tell the log trucks, everybody stop and park your trucks, because I'm riding horses today, okay? Your job is not to take away what causes fear. Your job is to take away the fear. There's a big difference.
Successful people see opportunity in every failure. Normal people see failure in every opportunity. Both are right. Only one gets rich.
Those daily disciplines are going to give you the long-term strategic success. I want you to think about that every day. Long-term strategic success. That's how we think. We think long-term strategic success, and then we act tactically. What does that mean? We do the thing right now. We just do it. We're not thinking about it. We're just doing it.
If you come in great, if you come in poorly, it does not matter. You have to do life. And if you're smart, you do life on your terms and you don't let life make you do it on its terms.
Congratulations. You achieved failure. Failure has been achieved, thank God.
Now, the only place to go from failure is to win. You have to achieve failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far. It's too scary. But you know something? I got news for you. That's where winning is. It always has been. Nothing's changed since the 70s. Nothing. Except people train not as hard.
It's not, I've never, doubt is such a strange thing. I mean, it's, there'll be times where you succeed and there are times that you fail. So wasting your time doubting whether you're going to be successful or not is pointless.
So you need to kind of check your balance so that you don't get out of balance. So then if that thing that you have committed some resources to, if it doesn't work out the way you want, you're still okay. You don't get swept and get caught in a bad position. Make sure that you have a plan and do a risk assessment to make sure that if the commitment that you made doesn't work out, you don't fall and get crushed. And if you can do that, it'll make life easier for you.
You have to understand whether good economy or bad economy, it's difficult to be successful. It is difficult to be financially successful. And think about all great things in life. Aren't all the best things in life difficult to achieve? I can tell you this, that abs are difficult to achieve. Easy to maintain, difficult to achieve, because it takes zero motivation, zero self-inspiration, zero discipline to sit on the couch and keep eating bonbons. However, It takes absolute motivation, dedication, discipline, consistency, focus, pushing through adversity to get up, to stop making excuses, to go to the gym, to train every day, and to eat clean, and to eat in a way that burns fat, maintains muscle, to get those abs.
That's what I wanted it to be, and you know what? It became what I wanted it to be. It became what I expected to have happen. When you believe something and you put the energy out to the world, to the universe, you get it back. I really believe this. I don't know, I can't, you know, I'm nobody special. I'm not somebody that's, you know, any different. Most of you have more talent than I do, okay? I'm not any special person. But I believe that if you gave this energy to the universe, it would come back to you. And I didn't have a plan B.
God placed the best things in life on the other side of terror. On the other side of your maximum fear are all of the best things in life.
You do what you need to do.
People aren't very often afraid of fighting. They're afraid of losing.